Good afternoon. It is the 2nd of December, and this is the weekly wrap-up. I want to start this week by highlighting Coach Reeder, who was named the 4A Coach of the Year for the state of Kentucky. That is a big deal, and we appreciate his work and his work with our young men. Thank you, Coach Reeder. We have a lot of cool events going on campus over the next couple of weeks. Girls and boys basketball are both in full swing. Wrestling is out there working. We have plenty of activities for folks to be involved in. This weekend, the boys improved to 2-1, and the girls are now 4-0. And our wrestling team sent 2 full varsity squads to 2 different tournaments, which is pretty cool. What I want to focus on this week are 2 things. I'm going to talk about senior defenses, and I'm also going to talk about high school choice for middle school. If you'll notice behind me, we have this bulletin board that is the senior early defenders. These will be the first students in the history of Moore that have defended their backpack of skills. I want to give a shout out to Elizabeth, Joshua, Kevin, and Claudia, who will be the first. They will go on the 11th of December, and they will give an early defense of their backpack of skills along with these other students, which is a really cool thing. We're going to film some of them with the students' permission so that we can put some exemplars out there so everyone else at the senior level and 8th grade level can see that, because every senior and every 8th grader will defend their learning this year in the Backpack of Skills initiative by JCPS, and I'm looking forward to what these students have. The second thing that I want to talk about is high school choice. It's that time of year where our 8th graders are making decisions on where they will go to high school, and I would hope that many of them, if not all of them, decide to stay here at Moore. We have more programs on this campus than we've had in the history of the school. We have a lot of different places that you can find a home. We have the 3 upper academies, HSA, the Health Sciences Academy, the Community Academy, and the STEM Academy. So in HSA, you can do EKG Tech, you can do Sports Med, you can do pre-nursing, you can do biomedical innovations. We have a whole wide variety out there for those that are interested in the medical field. In the Community Academy, we have the Teaching and Learning pathway, we have the Culinary pathway, we have the Business pathway, and we are one of 2 schools in the city of Louisville that offers an Agriculture pathway with a focus on veterinary science. In the STEM Academy, we can teach you to be an electrician, and we can teach you to do civil engineering. We may be adding another pathway to STEM next year. We're still in the developmental phases about that. But fact of the matter is, we have a wide variety of things that you can do here on campus to prepare you for that future self. We retain over 90% of our 8th graders over the past couple of years to stay with us in high school. So I look forward to continue that retention number, and I hope you put us at the top of your list. The second thing that I want to touch on briefly is we have just 3 weeks left before we go into a nice Christmas break. That's always good. There is the temptation over the next couple of weeks that we kind of lay back and we kind of coast, and we must resist that temptation. This is a very important and crucial time of the year. We're doing MAP testing, grades 6th through 11th grade. So we've got to take that extremely seriously as we use that for scheduling purposes, intervention purposes, and to get a gauge where you're at in reading and math. So we need to take that seriously, and we need to work hard. We have a lot of end of semester exams that are coming up and things to do. We have a variety of activities that are going on campus that we need to make sure that we give our full attention to. So this is not the time to coast nor to lay back. I will remind you, in the high schools are on both sides of the building. In the hallway, don't need to be in the hallway in the first 10 minutes or the last 10 minutes, and always need to have a pass in the hallway. So one of the things that I'm going to direct my APs and security to really crack down on is that we need to keep our hallways clear, because we can't learn anything in the hallways. This is not a time that we need to coast. This is not a time when we need to not be mindful of the behaviors we need to practice on campus. I'll give you an example. On Friday, we had the middle school dance. There were some issues just with some general middle school tomfoolery, and that's not okay here. We need to be better than that. Really, we need to look at school as the mentality is that we're here to work. We're here to prepare ourselves for that future self. We're here to be ready for that next step, and we can't do that if we don't have our mind and our hearts focused on the learning that's in front of us. So I'm going to need you over the next 3 weeks to do the absolute best you can, give the effort that I know that you are capable of, and we will continue to become the school that we are destined to become. I appreciate your time, and now you know more.